Welcome back, everybody, to Scourge Blitzkrieg. We're going to be dealing with Quidior in a moment. If you're new to the game, check out the links in the description to the previous runs, especially the tutorial ones. We did get some confirmation, including from Starcop himself, the developer of Civilian Industries, on a couple points. One is the Grand Station, your primary structure for Civilian Industries. Upgrading this only boosts the hull and the shields. It'll produce new cargo ships, new construction ships, as the other facilities demand them. So, not a huge worry in upgrading this more. I might want to get more engineering tech at some point, but I'll do it when I need it, not for that purpose. There's also the suggestion that I build some trading posts in areas like this to connect up all my civilians. You know, either have them in a line, or you can use your battle station to produce what are essentially military-funded trading posts in other systems that you don't control, which I'm going to want to do that eventually, but I'm far more concerned about the Scourge. They take a long time to build. I only have one support fleet, so having my support fleet like up here working on that means my support fleet is not helping my ships. And I need to cut off the Scourge more than anything else. So I'm fairly confident that's the right approach, but even if it's not, it's what I'm doing. So we want to clear out in here. First, let's just deal with this, and then we'll get rid of you, if we can. And yeah, we've got all of these, but they're not super powerful. So I think we're going to be able to get away with this. There we go. Well, let's knock out all of you. They're just entry-level warriors. Okay. Let's see. Spider Guardian, you can go away. I still forget sometimes how fast these raid ships move, because you just literally want to keep going. How fast they destroy things and all of that. Okay, they tried to run away there. Let's go over here. Get rid of these trippers. Get rid of this armory. This, of course, is the main reason why we came down here, is to stop their expansion in this direction. Okay, and we can just... Oh, there's more coming in through this way. So they are coming from that direction. So that actually tells me quite a bit. Because if they are consistently coming from this direction, I didn't see any coming from the other direction. Very strong possibility they're over this way, which also means the AI homeworld would be over in this direction. Now, I don't know where. It could be up here, could be down here more, but... in either case, I think I definitely still want to follow my path of knocking this out and then going back up to the Bright system. So what do we have left here? I think we just have these turrets. I'll take a moment to knock them down so we don't have to deal with them at another time. There we go. Alrighty, so I don't want to reverse my course. We're going to head up over here. Of course, we've already cleared this out. Don't need to worry about that. You can move up. Load up all of you. And let's get to work. Okay, so it's going to take a little bit of time for that fleet to load up, but we can move now. All of these drones will just have to sit there. There we go. And you can move up there. Okay, now as we move in, this is worth taking a look at. Now that our battle station is in here, we could in fact build all this stuff. The trading post, 500k, and then 3 million for protector shipyards, which build more powerful ships from the civilians, and then militia headquarters, 1 million. So it's not a small amount of metal. And it's not about the metal right now. My metal's full. I just don't think I can afford the time. That's why I'm just sort of bypassing that whole idea. And once we pop in here, we're going to have another fight on our hands. There we go. Not one that we can't handle, though. Only about 30 strength in this system. And we're researching up here, but we're not going to have enough for the light hull tech from just that system. So, hey, look, more brawlers. How fun. So obviously, I can't do a whole lot else until those brawlers go away. We do have some of the other outguard that we spawned earlier floating in here, which is kind of amusing. Alright, let's go after that MLRS. Yep, a bunch of them are leaving. We'll suffer that. Let's have you unload. Everybody's in here now. So any future escapees should have a much more difficult time. Okay, I think we're done here. I don't need to worry about that per se. Let's go ahead and head on. I want you over here. My two main fleets get into Bright. Let's see what's actually in here.
Taking fire on enemy world.
Okay. Concussion Guardians, let's go after them. Whole bunch of Vanguards. Which is just going to be kind of annoying in terms of how long it's probably going to take to kill these. Let's go after the Pike Guardian. Knock out that guard post. Now we more or less have the entrance cleared out. Let's bring in our support. Civilian militia getting up to something or other. But I think at this stage I just want to churn through as much of this as I can. Yep, they're beautiful. Now you see the tackle drones are keeping a bunch of them from going away. They're splitting off in multiple directions, which isn't my favorite thing in the world. Let's try to get on top of this wormhole and maybe prevent as many as we can from escaping. There we go. It seems like a lot of them are making a beeline for it, and the more of them that we can destroy, the better off we are. 38 threat, not a huge amount, but it is rising. Typical Sabot. Sabot, sorry. I still mispronounce that on a regular basis. Let's get rid of you. Okay. So I think we're doing pretty well in here. We are now fully set up here in Brighton. We've done a couple other things. They're beginning to build in here, and of course, this is a very nice location where we're going to get a strong, duplicate civilian firepower in here, along with limited turrets that we have available. But there was little choice anyway, as there's the frigate IGC. We've gotten that, and we have also upgraded. We got just enough science in to upgrade to the light hull tech. So we now have 28 plus 36, about 64 or so strength for our fleet. So that's a significant improvement now, and we should be able to knock things out that much more quickly. If we look around, there's a regular caravan coming through here. We actually saw some Scourge also coming through this way. I believe they were going down this direction to SHC. And I'm not sure where they were headed because I haven't seen anything get built out this way. We're definitely going to want to watch that. But all the more reason to get over here and cut them off, especially since we now know that there is something out this way. There's a Scourge Armory over here in Sagittarius ES2. And nothing anywhere else yet. So I definitely want to keep going and make sure they can't get through here. And this is the best way to do that. Plus, I want that GCA. Because we actually have not acquired a single one of the GCAs at this point. So, onward we go into the next battle.
Taking fire behind enemy lines.
And, okay, we've got some Warden over here. But let's focus on this Pike Guardian. These are thankfully not nearly as bad as the Royal Dire Pikes that were the bane of my existence at many times during the Royal Inspiration defeat, but you can see that we're really knocking it down pretty quickly. There we go. And now we can face all of you. Oh, hold on. Stop. Okay, so basically whenever you see a builder of the Scourge, you focus fire on it. Because they can only have so many builders at a time, and it will take them a certain amount of time to get another one. There we go. And now I've definitely slowed them down to some extent. That's a Mark II builder, too, so it shows that they are upgrading. By the way, the Scourge, the more science that the player acquires, the more builders the Scourge can get. So that's their version of AI progress, really. The more science that you acquire, the more builders they get to expand their territory. Let's go ahead and bring everybody in. We appear to be doing quite well in here. I'm thinking we're probably strong enough now to take on Mark V systems. But you can see we've also got all these vanguards, which are no fun. Let's knock out all these turrets over here. And of course they have stealth guard posts in this system. How many more? Still quite a few. Okay. Oh, they just spewed forth a bunch of ships from over there. There's some over here. Looks like there might be some stealth shots, so that gives us a bit of a hint as to where they are. Let's go after them. Oh, there's another one over here. Okay. We're going to want to make our way around and get rid of all these GPs. Time for another strategic think here. We are going to boost up the next system that we take to over the Mark II AI level. So I want to make sure that we're not doing that capriciously. But we don't have a whole lot of options for reducing it. The MDC that's back here, well, there's a problem for that one at Actua. I mean, it's right on top of these wormholes. No way I could defend that. I'm looking at that as a poisoned one. Not worth the effort. I could boost up my fleet in a lot of ways. There are more fleets I could get. There are fleet capacity extenders. You know, we've got this tech vault. We did get the raid tech vault in Solitz. ARSs, all kinds of things. But I'm not sure if I need that. I kind of want to test that out by raiding here into Sagittarius and knocking out this Scourge Armory and seeing if we really can take on a Mark V system. And I really think I want to keep pushing at, you know, knocking the Scourge under control, because I just think that's so much more important than anything else. Is I am building Watchman frigates in all of my systems now. They're just started. They're going to start sucking up this metal pretty soon. They're Mark V since they use raid tech, except for the ones at home here, which are Mark VI. And I'm also, this system here, I know it's not the listed name, but I'm going to start calling it Ripcord, because it's close enough, and that way I don't butcher that name constantly. And it has raid tech for the civilian industries in there, so that's a great bit of fortune for us to be able to boost that up quickly. Before I actually dive in here and do this, let's take another look, because I think future choke points, I'm going to want one down here and one down here. And if I get that, then I'll have them locked into this relatively small area of the galaxy, and then we can just hem them in and be victorious in general. The Spire Archive is over here, only in a Mark IV system. That is an absolute gift to have it in that weak of a system. But I'm guessing it's probably not more than 2, maybe 3 systems away from this where their homeworld is, because the Archive almost always is next to the AI homeworld. So I'm guessing, you know, somewhere down in this area probably is where we're looking at for the AI homeworld. And then they've mostly focused up this way with the Scourge instead of down this way from what I can see. That's just the educated guesstimate for right now. So I want to actually use some hacking and do some hack scouting here.
Hacking has commenced. Our hackers have done all they can.
Okay, this is Mark III. Nothing too scary. What about Murdoch right next to it?
Hacking
Choose 5 more.
initiated. Hackers report success.
Okay, this is Mark II, but there is Scourge there. There's also a Zenith Power Generator, Troop Accelerator, ARS. This is, okay, it's a Mark III spawner. That's the highest tier structure, highest Mark structure, rather, that I've seen from them. But if I could take this and cut them off this way, that would be very, very nice. This does also explain why I saw Scourge coming up from Theta Beta into Solitz and across that system, because they are probably coming from this spawner on Murdoch. So let's dive in here to Sagittarius and see if we actually are ready for this or not. Find out pretty quickly. I want to get the battle station along with it. Alright, let's see what's up in here.
Under attack on enemy world.
Ooh, there's a builder. Where's the builder? We must kill the builder. There it is. We must always kill the builders. Let's just go after that. And we can unload everybody from our fire support fleet. Oh, it's running away. Don't run away. Don't. It's gonna escape. Doggone it. Okay. It was an idea. Knock out the armory. And I'm almost certainly going to want to come through the system again later, so I want to do more than just knock that out. I want to make mincemeat out of this system. Let's just see how well we do. There is some fighting taking place on tracking, but you can see that we have by far the advantage there with all of our civilian industry. Obviously, that's the first planet that we captured, so it's had a while to build up. I'm not concerned about anything going on there. Let's see. I'll come down here. Okay, there's more coming down in from AS2. Okay, yep, that's up from Murdoch. Okay, that's nothing to be surprised at. Alright, let's come back over this way. I think it's time to take out this dire grenade launcher Guardian. But yeah, we are outnumbering them now. I'm feeling very good about how this is going, because we're basically knocking this Mark V system on its behind with no difficulty. Yeah, we're just lost enough to start a counterattack. We'll be fine. Oh yeah. Lots of Scourge coming to say hello. Which is fine. What do we have here? Let's knock out those turrets. We are losing some of our ships here, but we're doing okay. We're not losing so many that it's crippling our fleet effectiveness or anything. Get rid of you. Okay, and the Scourge have already gone away. Forcefully. Okay, I think we're getting rid of that pike next. Couple more guard posts down here, and then I think we go away. Yeah. No more guard posts. Okay, that's a walk in the park. And metal is down quite low because of building all those Watchman frigates, but that's fine. So, let's see what we have going on in the greater galaxy. Nothing else yet. Okay. But I think we just keep going. I want to knock out Theta Beta, knock out Murdoch, and just work my way down here. Because right now, we're just cutting through them. Good news and bad news. The good news is Theta Beta fell. We're set up in there. And we cleared out the spawner in Murdoch. Bad news is, right when we were finishing that up, Astropath and SH what the heck ever over here went to the Scourge color. They've built something in those systems. It wasn't long after that that one popped up and down. So they're clearly pushing out. And it's not coming from this direction. It's coming from down here. They've probably got quite a bit down in this area now. And we need to cut them off. I thought about just pushing through here. But if I were to take too long and they were to get past all this and start metastasizing in this area, I'll have a much bigger problem in my hands. I'm trying to prevent that worst case scenario. So I reversed, went over here, and I decided to take Quitior to get myself a second support factory. Basically, that way I can have one off doing something with trade posts for the civilian industries, while the rest of my fleet is conducting offensive operations. I think I'm far enough in to want to have that happen now. And it was encouraging that as I slid over here, we did not have any more in this direction. So we may be in time. I want to take Zeta Abyssalis 3. There's a gravitic battle station here that's all raid turrets, which would be great. There's a data center. I think this is better than, say, taking over this one. That would be very hard to defend. Plus, over here, there is another raid tech vault, which is just amazingly good luck. We've got a couple more distribution nodes we can hit along here. There's another data center there. I mean, we've got Lost Spire frigate and botnet golem if I want to go after those. I'm not sure if I do. But there's lots of reasons to come over here and just cut this off. So, to get all those goodies, we want to move along. And the next objective is dealing with an eye that is in this next system. I think I can get there without triggering it, but I have disabled new construction on my primary fleet here so that I don't rebuild any and try to keep it underneath the amount that I'm going to need to. And I'm just going to go straight for the guard post, nothing else. Dire Stealth Guardian, I don't care. There's 68 strength for them, 47 for me, so I don't have a huge margin there. There's one. Two. I need to knock out 5 of these. 3. We still have a gap, and we have lost some. I want to go here and here, and then get the Plasma Eye. There we go. And I believe, yes, you are now available to be hit, and we still are underneath their amount. So I think we're going to be able to do this. Yes. Okay, now, let's get back in here. Start rebuilding everything. Bring everybody else in. And let's get to work. We've got a mess to clean up. There's our Stealth Guardian. Let's shove at the door, shall we? Okay, let's try to blockade this. A bunch of you leaving that way. You know what, I'm just going to kind of let you, I think. Yeah. Let's knock out that guard post, but that's about it. I don't want to spend a lot of time in here. I want to get everybody continuing to move on through to the next target, which is... Ooh! They have something in November, Lima. Yeah, so this is becoming a very interesting race. I wonder if they're going to have anything in here. Mark IV, Ion Cannon we're going to want to hit right away. Yeah, I'm definitely none too soon getting down here. Dire Gravity Guardian. I don't see any Scourge in here right now. Okay, let's... There we go. Ion Cannon's down. Just see how this works. Wonder if our support fleet's still doing okay. It is. It's in here. Okay. So let's see. We're having quite the brouhaha. But I think we're going to be able to... There's a... Get rid of that stealth. What's left? They still have the Dire Gravity, 5 Stealth Guard Posts, so quite a few. I think it's time. Go after you. Yeah, we've got way more strength than they do in here. And I'm really liking the fact that I'm not seeing any Scourge. That's making me very happy. Get these assaults if we can. Civilians off doing various sundry things. Okay. Now it's time to hit our target. And I'm very curious to see what the Scourge presence looks like once we get in here and eliminate this. We make sure there isn't any... No. We're going to want to take this down, obviously, but... November Lima, Scourge Spawner Mark II. Okay. Let's see. Go after you. There we go. We can see little bits of Scourge trickling into Theta Beta. That's still a thing. We have all kinds of AI frigates that we need to clear out here. I think that just about did it. Yep, more of them. They have raid frigates all day long in here. Ooh, Paralysis Guardians. No, let's not play that game. Ooh, I didn't like getting you crippled. Alright. Still gonna be okay with that. We just need to capture this system, eliminate the enemy. We have enough force to do it. No need to retreat or any other such thing. Metal's still going up. We're good on that. More frigates. Good grief. Not even sure if we're going to get them. I don't think we are. I think they're going to escape. More of you. Might as well take the time to try to eliminate them. The threat is up at 100 now, so it's starting to get to a bit of an interesting level. It's definitely bigger than our current fleet. Data center. A wave of 13 does not scare me. Let's go ahead and back up and at 135. So I think I want to build about up in this area so that we can hit this passageway. I'm going to try maybe there. Can always move it later. Knock out these other posts. There we go. Logistics is up. We can begin. Anything else? What are you going to give me in here? Generalist? That's not too exciting. Force fields. And then before I do anything else, I want to look around. Okay. It looks like we did it. It looks like we cut them off. And we're probably basically want to just carve a path through here until we get into this area. Bell Prime, I'm not too excited about that for this game. I think this is the system I want right here. Because it's nicely 4 hops from both Quitior, 1, 2, 3, 4, and also Theta Beta. And then it also will be able to take care of everything here. Now I believe, there we go. We have a joyful fun time in here. This is their homeworld. Let's just see what kind of things that they have. Dire Gravity, 4 Dire Spider, 4 Dire Shredder, Dire Tethwita. Well, I can handle 1 Dire Tethwita. Only a Mark II spawner in here? I'd be very surprised if it's actually not larger than that. Overlord, of course. Okay. So yeah, I want to battle my way back here, get this cut off, and then continue to push in against their homeworld. All kinds of things, of course, that I'm going to want to pick off over this way to improve my force before I do this. I have some science to use. I just have to make sure that these do not get out of control, and we should, knock on wood, should be fine. We have another hour to prepare for that first CPA. All of that will be coming up next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I think we've got a handle on the Scourge, but much work yet to be done.